Micro trainings offered by the Nonprofit Development Center.
Micro trainings, because a little bit of information can make a big difference.
As a nonprofit employer, I'm sure you've heard it said, you can never discriminate when hiring. But that is not always true. Sometimes, in a very narrowly defined situation, you can discriminate when it is considered a bona fide occupational qualification, BFOQ for short. These situations are normally based on either the ability to perform or same sex.
With ability to perform, there's an argument made that the person is unable to effectively perform the job due to sex, religion, or national origin. Same-sex arguments are when the employer seeks to hire only individuals of a specific sex or gender, usually with the goal of accommodating personal privacy. It is important to note that customer preference is not enough to argue same-sex. Southwest Airlines found this out when, in the 1970s, they only hired female flight attendants. They argued that their customers preferred it this way, but they lost when the courts found that white females are not the only ones capable of doing the job. However, the Southwest Airline case did provide us a two-step BFOQ test. Step 1. Does the job require that the worker be of only one gender? And if so, Step 2. Is that requirement reasonably necessary to the essence of the employer's business? Step 2 is the most important. This means that the employer must have facts to demonstrate that one gender would be unable to perform the job, and that the qualification of gender is so critical to the job that if they hired the wrong gender, the organization or program could not function. The reasonableness of an action must be clarified, supported, and justified. It has been found reasonable for specific nonprofits such as domestic violence centers and rape crisis centers to use gender as a BFOQ when hiring caseworkers. Also, as a nonprofit employer, you should be aware that Title VII lists protected characteristics as religion, gender, sex, and national origin. This means that race and color being accepted as a BFOQ is very unlikely. But it has happened. Nonprofit community theaters have been justified in their efforts to use BFOQ as a qualification when using race and age as a requirement for specific theater roles, especially when trying to accurately portray a specific time period or historical event. Another example is that of religious congregations. It is reasonable for specific religious denominations to only hire church pastors of the same denomination. Did you find this micro training to be helpful and informative? If so, visit our website at www.nonprofitdevelopmentcenter.org for more trainings like this. Micro trainings, because a little bit of information can make a big difference.